Cat deserved better.
There you go.
Yo, you got me with Handman.
What to make it difficult?
First of all, my brain was going like Handman. I'm like, whoa, this is
The
sounding.
Handman.
I was like, this is sounding rated R.
I'm trying to make it hard.
Just make it easy.
Hey yo.
Welcome to another episode of the Moon Piece Podcast. Today we have a very special episode in store for you guys. But first we have my co-host Kimmy.
Hi.
Corey. And our super special guest, Julian Robinson.
Woo.
What's up?
Super happy to have you here today. Thank you so much for joining us. We've been talking about it for months, and yeah, man, I can't believe we're finally here.
Yeah, it's good to be here. I think we should start this off about our origin stories. Do you remember how we met?
Oh my God, bro.
I think we met on a cool autumn afternoon on Lafayette Avenue.
I don't know if it was autumn, but I'm rolling with it. Go ahead.
I may or may not have been walking my dog, as I do, in the neighborhood. And I stumbled upon you, who had a Shiba Inu.
Correct. That was me. You're wearing.
Damn, he has the same dog as you as everything.
Danny has a thing about picking up black
Danny has
men
a
with Shiba
thing.
Inus.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
apparently.
So
that's how
we
they
have the
became
same
friends
backstory.
too.
Wait,
I live over.
You met him on the streets.
Just walking the dog.
Hey. But was he wearing an anime shirt? Because he was wearing an anime shirt when I saw him.
You said he
no,
was,
I think
wasn't
our dog. Were you? You might have been wearing an anime shirt, but I think what happened was our dogs met and we said each other's dog's name, and I was like, "Excuse me, and
Sir."
You like
my
anime?
dog name is Vegeta. She's a Shiba Inu.
Okay, of course.
And
And Luffy.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that's how
What's
how
your
it
dog's
started.
name?
Ember.
Aw,
I
cute.
have two dogs. I have a
Two?
Shiba named Ember, and I have a half Shiba, half Husky. His name's Apollo.
Aw,
Yeah.
precious.
Half Shiba, half Husky.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to show me a picture of
I'll
that.
show you
Yeah,
after this.
definitely.
Yeah.
the shedding must be elite.
Yeah, top notch, top shelf shedding.
Like, how are you even wearing all black right now?
You know,
I
lint
regret
roller,
it every
lint
time.
roller. I'm always covered in like Shiba hair. That's
Yep.
just part of the life.
That's me with my cat all the time.
Yeah, but enough about Shiba Inu talk. What's going on, y'all? It's been a while. We haven't caught up in a minute. So what y'all been watching? What y'all been playing? It's been a couple weeks now.
I've watched so much anime. I was telling Julian before that my girlfriend was gone to DC for like a week, and
You just straight up.
I really went in, guys. I caught up on season 4 of Haikyuu. I finished that. That's
Yes,
why I'm
let's go.
representing.
Nice.
Season 4 was great. I kind of felt like it was kind of a repeat of season 3, except there was a little bit more character progression. I mean, it's a tournament arc. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for the next movie. I watched Mushoku Tensei. It's that isekai that came out, super popular.
Which one is that one?
That's like jobless reincarnation. It's another isekai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it is better than most of the isekai. I can't speak. It's better than most of the isekai out there, in my opinion. But I like it. It's weird though.
There's a couple of things in there. I don't know if anybody knows.
What is it about?
It's just a kid. It's a
Truck coon,
Yeah.
gets slapped, grows up as a baby in a medieval type world.
Okay.
OP a little bit, but like there's some
Out of pocket?
there's some out of pocket things that happens within the series. A lot of like fetishizing of undergarments and such. You know what I mean?
Oh, that
Okay.
part doesn't really bother
Like
me as
Konosuba
much, because
style?
like
Yes, but Konosuba was way more egregious,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Okay.
why? Because he steals the panties from them.
You know what? Let's just let the sentence sit at how it sits. What? He can't steal panties? Like, what are you talking about?
Those were accidents. Baki season 2, guilty pleasure of mine. I friggin' love Baki. That
Okay.
it was amazing. It was him when he actually versed his father. I don't know if anybody here watches Baki.
Nah.
That, Mushoku Tensei, Haikyuu, and then something else which I forgot, but I've honestly just been binging a lot of anime.
I saw the most random clip actually on TikTok last night, and I thought about you. So I get like a random RuPaul Drag Race clip,
Oh.
and it was like the first like cis hetero person to ever do Drag Race. I'm sitting here like,
Okay.
Oh, that's James Mans. No. I
I don't
forget
know
his
the
name.
person's
You
name.
would know.
He's from like Kentucky or some shit
Yeah,
like that,
yeah,
or
yeah.
Ohio or some shit
He's
like
like
that.
bald.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
But they was all shocked. He had like a Guy Fieri theme like
Oh,
costume. It was a lit costume. It was like,
I believe it.
all
Okay,
right.
to be on there, I mean, you gotta be.
But everybody on there was like, oh,
Mm.
you're playing in our ring now. Like I was like, I might fuck around and watch this, but I don't got cable, so not happening.
Valid. What else you watching?
I mean, One Piece live action. We're not gonna get too deep into
No.
it, but like
I haven't seen it.
way
Yes.
It
more
was
impressive than I thought it was gonna be.
Are you gonna give it a shot?
Yeah, I think so.
It was good. My first official watch of anything One Piece, guys.
I'm so proud of you.
And it was great.
So many-
I really enjoyed it. I really did. It was a good
Besides
time.
the buggy simping.
Listen, Zoro's number one, so that's what matters.
Okay, Zoro's number one.
They didn't give Zoro a shirtless scene. I'm just saying.
I'm disappointed. I was waiting for it, but it's fine. Sanji's shirtless was good enough, so
I mean, technically Zoro was shirtless. He's sliced open and shit.
Oh yeah.
that's true. But it was great. I loved the story. The pacing was great. It was really good, and I think they did a great job with like the special effects and all that stuff. Great time.
So
Definitely.
as a non-One Piece fan, because I think we're biased, right?
Of course.
What would you give it out of 10?
I think it was pretty solid. A solid 9 out of 10.
9?
Personally for me, because it's the best.
Tato?
It's the best live action anime anything that I've seen.
Yeah.
So that 1,000% I think gives merit to it.
Besides Speed Racer.
This is where I have to chime in. That means you haven't seen Edge of Tomorrow.
Wait, the
What
movie
is
with
that?
Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
With Emily
Is
Blunt,
that-
right?
Yeah.
Is that
I've
an
never seen
anime
that.
adaptation?
It's like a
It's a
mech thing, right?
it's a manga adaptation.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. No, I
Came
didn't
out in
know
like
that.
2012, 2013.
Somewhere
I didn't know
around
that was an adaptation
I
of a
didn't
manga.
know that.
though.
Yeah.
That's because it was that good.
Wow.
What's the
Good
plot of it though?
I don't know. I want to
Tom-
give it away.
You don't want to
wanna
give it
give it-
away.
Okay,
I feel like you can't talk about it. You got to go in blind. Like if you
Okay,
haven't seen
it's
it,
one of
go
those
in.
things.
You got to go in blind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you? What you watched in the past? I guess.
I'm a notoriously bad watcher of things. I don't tend to watch many
Okay.
things.
Well, what are you reading? What are you up to?
Uh,
Playing anything?
So I will forever be playing Magic the Gathering.
Nice.
That's right. You
One of my
that's
besties
right.
does that all the
Mhm.
time. So
New set just dropped, Wilds of Eldraine. I'll be drafting that on Arena.
there you go.
And as far as reading, I read Shonen Jump every week, and I'm pretty caught up with most of the series. My one caveat is I only read series I work on, otherwise it would just be too many series.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's a lot.
overwhelming. Do you play in tournaments often or no?
For Magic the Gathering,
Or you just kind of like low key?
I feel like I do. Like Arena has small tournaments that I do, but I feel like getting up and going to a venue for a tournament's a bit too much
Yeah.
with my life. So
It's got a little overwhelming for me because I've been playing the One Piece card game,
Mhm.
and at first I was in the trenches,
Mhm.
and I haven't played a card game in
Forever.
years since like I was a child playing Yu-Gi-Oh. So getting
I was about
into
to say this looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh room.
yeah, it's been a minute, bro. So once I got into the One Piece card game, I was like, all right, let me go. This is my first time ever playing in a tournament, and I was just like, oh nah, I don't know if I can handle this tournament culture. Like it's
Tournament culture is something else. So
Yes.
if you haven't experienced it, I cannot suggest it.
There you go.
I did it one time and I got humbled really quick. And
I used to do it a lot when I was younger, because it was a good way to make money, like playing Magic competitively.
damn, you're making money playing Magic?
I didn't know you
Competitively.
could make money.
Well, you win the tournaments and you sell the product.
oh sell the packs. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he over here like betting money on his games. I'm like,
Right,
oh,
something like
sell
that.
Well,
packs
I
here,
mean,
one cards and shit.
I can't say whether I did or did not play for money because
Yeah,
that would
Yeah,
be
no, you just do
Illegal.
it would be illegal.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? What's cards? I never heard of card games.
Yes.
Never heard of card games.
It's funny. We have an ongoing joke that card games, people that play card games, can be very toxic and can take it
Oh, that's-
too far.
That is very true. It's a very toxic community, so I'll throw them under the bus.
Oh no, I was
This
killing them, son. That
last
episode. I
time,
was
yep.
killing them because I wanted to put hands on somebody because like they were like,
It's
Cheating.
They were blatantly-
it's a children's card game.
Yep.
that's what I say.
There
Right?
you
But
go.
this dude was blatantly cheating in front of my face,
I think
and I got hot.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You Yu-Gi-Oh kids, you did it to yourselves. It's baked into your culture.
Yu-Gi-Oh specifically?
What does that
Yu-Gi-Oh
mean?
specifically, the anime is like, yo, let me see your cards. and I throw them in the ocean.
Not my blue
I'm saying
eyes.
he's talking about like playing the game.
Yeah,
He's over here like,
but
oh,
it
nah,
fostered. I mean, it fostered like that's a part of the culture. I mean, what was
so true.
all the Millennium items were just cheating, looking at your opponent's hand, playing with backtalk. Yu-Gi-Oh is like the game of cheaters.
I mean, technically, Yugi didn't cheat.
He did. He had
Yami,
if you have a headset and someone's telling you moves.
It's like the Hans Zimmerman thing with chess.
They swapped out though.
You
It
can't
wasn't a
swap
headset.
out. You can't sign up for a tournament and then I play for
Yugi
you.
was never there to most games.
Yeah,
It was always.
It was
Yami.
almost Yami. Yeah,
Bro,
that's
he
true.
signed up as Yugi Moto.
Right.
Yeah,
Like-
but he can't. What is he gonna say? He's schizophrenic? Like, come on. It's the same
Yeah,
version.
Be bipolar.
no, not really. Not the same person. It
It's
has-
like somebody being bipolar playing cards.
Yeah, exactly.
that's a
The
stretch.
same.
That was kind of
Definitely not.
No?
That's definitely not the same. Definitely a stretch.
Damn.
That's
so-
what I'm saying.
So the toxicity in card games definitely stems from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, for Yu-Gi-Oh players who go on to play other card games,
That's
I think
you.
I think it's baked into.
I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in
Right, but
a decade.
right, but
plus.
it's baked. I think it's baked into the culture.
You had them in your bag like 2 months ago.
That
was
was crazy.
totally-
He just had a whole deck ready.
That was it. Just I haven't used that bag in a minute,
Sometimes,
and they just so happened
sometimes
to
you
be
got to be ready.
Oh my god.
I had the sleeves on and everything. I was ready, bro.
Amazing.
Ready for the smoke.
Well,
Yeah.
going back to you said you only read the series that you work on.
Yeah,
I don't think JJK is one of those, is it?
no, it's not.
Damn, nobody here reads JJK.
I read JJK.
You're not caught up. You're
But
like
I'm not
30
caught-
chapters
but I still
behind.
read
What am I
it.
supposed to talk to you
I'm a
about?
few of chapters ahead, you know? So it's all right. I'm getting there.
Yeah, I mean, enough people read it, so I think you can definitely find some people if you.
Yeah,
Check the internet.
I'm a little shy
Don't
though. I
read
don't
it.
know about talking to strangers. Even
Dude,
though I'm
that's
literally
how-
doing that right now.
We'll
Yeah.
make you some friends.
And most of these people you met on the street.
There you
so-
go. There you go.
Streets in New York, of all places.
Streets in New York.
It's not.
But Julian, what
We
got
gotta
you
be worried
into
about
all
you.
this stuff?
What got me into like anime and manga
Yeah.
in general? Definitely my dad, my father, I would say.
Really?
Yeah, he was a big speed racer guy.
Oh.
And then my mother is super into like kung fu movies, so
Ooh.
I watch a lot of kung fu movies, and there's like the whole like Barry Gordy, the Last Dragon sort of vibes,
Okay.
you know,
okay.
where-
Classics.
you know, and stuff like that. So that was a really nice transition to.
Yo, that shit just let it run.
You know,
It's never happened before.
Couldn't even play it off. He was just like, well.
well, it is what it is. Yeah, so then that like eventually turned into like Dragon Ball, and a lot of stuff I grew up liking was actually from Japan, and I didn't know. So, Pokemon from Japan,
Of course, it's a classic.
Power Rangers is from Japan. I didn't know it. It's so I think a lot of people my age have a similar entry point
Yeah.
Nice.
where I really started to get into manga, like seriously, and knowing what it was probably middle school.
Nice.
I was in a after school program it's like an art after school program for inner city kids, and one of the teachers there worked at a comic book store. He was just some skater punk kid who worked at a comic book store, and he would bring in a ton of manga. So
That's so
Doing the Lord's work.
cool.
yeah, so that was my big introduction to a lot of manga series, and then I started to realize that a lot of stuff I had already liked was, you know,
Technically in that
technically
genre.
in that genre.
Yeah, it is an interesting feeling sometimes when you kind of, as a kid, you're just getting exposed to all this stuff from another culture and you just have no
You
idea.
have no idea.
Yeah.
So I had Jump magazines. So I would go to the flea market, and they would have like old Jump, and I would just like, all the pictures are cool,
Aw.
and I had a bunch of those, and like I had no idea it was from Japan. I didn't know
I mean,
what
that's
the
how it
language
starts,
was.
right?
Right, and eventually we hit a critical mass where I was like, oh, okay, so now I understand where this is from, understand where this is going. Weird side note is the guy who taught that class. This is a weird thing that happens in my life. Is people go on to do other things, and it's really funny. So the guy who taught that class, his name was Paul Lyons. Shout out to Paul Lyons. He went on to be the character designer for Guitar Hero
What?
for harmonics. So I knew him back when he was just like some skater punk.
Skater punk, straight
yeah,
up.
yeah. And now I think he teaches at Rhode Island School of Design now. So
That's
dope.
pretty
That's
dope.
also dope that you like
Yeah.
still also know exactly what he's up to for the most part.
Well, I'm from Rhode Island, so it's a very small place.
Okay, yeah, it's
smallest
like 10 people there. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the smallest state with the longest name. So,
Valid.
really?
yeah,
Yes.
Rhode Island. It's longer than Mississippi.
The more you know.
Never even hit me before.
The more you know.
That's because Rhode Island has like 2 words.
Yeah.
The full name of the state was the state of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. So no one was even coming close.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's
Never mind. I was over here going Rhode Island 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
It's
threw
not
it
even
I'm
close.
like, Rhode Island got plantains. Say
But
what?
so it's a super small place, and if you're in the art scene, you kind of know a lot of people. Like Paul was friends with Monty Oum, the late Monty Oum, who's the creator of Ruby.
Oh, word.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah, he had passed a few years ago. But yeah, and it's weird because now I work at a company that does stuff with Ruby and with Rooster Teeth. So full circle back in hometown. Also, Hasbro's from my hometown.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on in Rhode Island? I don't know.
Like-
So Transformers is from Rhode Island.
Okay, the creative scene is in Rhode Island. That's what we're
It's
learning
not.
today.
Stay out of Rhode Island.
That's a code name for like, don't gentrify Rhode Island.
Mm.
Stay away.
I don't think it's possible to gentrify Rhode Island, honestly.
Why not?
It's too small.
Valid.
Nothing's too small.
You give people
Have you
affordable rents.
ever heard of Bushwick?
Right.
Well, it's different because it's already expensive because it's so small. And we have Rhode Island. We have Rhode Island School of Design. We have Brown. We have RISD. Jay was a ton of colleges already in downtown.
Yeah.
Does eat up most of downtown, so we can't get any. I guess you could gentrify the gentrifiers, but they were always there. Also, H.P. Lovecraft is from my hometown.
Oh, damn.
He lives like a mile from my mom's house. Well, his mom's house is a mile from my mom's house.
There you
His
go.
mom's house. Okay.
The place to be.
But he's not alive.
No, he's
Yeah,
very
he's
dead.
long gone.
He's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
dead.
I was
Yo, he
like,
mad dead.
He's super dead.
you said his
Mad
house
dead.
is right. Okay.
Well, if you whatever, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Now you know what I mean.
So throughout the whole, I guess, growing up with a lot of it around you, like what was like kind of the most meaningful series to you, I guess, throughout your...
So this is an odd one. I can't throw disrespect on the name, but because I know what I want to say and I will say it, but I think it was Dragon Ball which started it all, which is just so typical. I love Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
I didn't know it was an anime.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Cartoon.
It was
Same
just a
thing with me and
cartoon.
Sailor Moon. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
know.
love Sailor Moon too. So
I didn't know Speed Racer was an anime, and then once I found it, I've been seeing some clips. Speed Racer is a fucking menace, bro.
he's
Really?
a menace.
He's
He's
a-
a menace.
No, like I don't know why I don't remember this shit because it used to come on like late at night.
Because you
on,
don't
like,
really
Cartoon
you don't
Network.
really pay attention
Bro,
when
if
you're
you
a
look at the
kid.
clips, Son will run. He runs people over. He just be rolling up with like
He's reckless.
So like the ratchet, like they be Speed. Don't do that. Nah, fuck that. I'm going, bro. Like he is like demon on wheels is an understatement, bro.
Okay.
Check out Speed Racer again. So like
I might have
it's
to look
gonna be
up some
it's gonna be
clips.
quirky because what is it, 60s, 70s, something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
got some quirks to it.
But Son is a menace, bro.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So Dragon Ball, obviously, most impactful series in my life is Shaman King.
Oh.
Shaman King.
Shaman King.
Oh my God.
I am a Shaman King
I never
guy.
got into Shaman King.
I am the Shaman King guy.
My first exposure to it was like I think maybe Channel 11 here. It was like WB.
Oh,
It came on, like, in
the
Saturday
show, yeah.
mornings.
That theme song was fire though.
Yeah, the theme song slapped, but I never watched it because I was just like, I don't know what. I think it was too Japanese at the time. I think it was just like so.
Yeah, but
Bizarre.
they did everything they could. Like I don't really like talking about the anime, but they did everything in that anime to un-Japaneseify it. So if that's a word. So one of my favorite characters, Horo Horo, they changed his name to Trey Racer.
What?
That's a big change.
So he comes in and he's like, my name's Horo Horo, and I'm like, yes. He's like, but you can call me Trey Racer.
Wow.
Wow,
I was
they
like,
really changed the dialogue
I was
there.
like, yeah, they did not a fan, and that's 4 kids. So I don't know if I. You know,
Oh,
Four
4 kids.
kids.
4 kids.
You gotta
You gotta
love
love-
them.
you
the
gotta- 4 kids.
king of like fire openings, but then sus
Yeah.
decision making on.
So many accounts.
But yeah, Shaman King. I think I own every version of Shaman King in print. Like I have the Viz run, I have the Kodansha run, I have the Tankoban, and then I have the Kanzenban. I have all the art books. Shaman King's my number 1.
Nice.
I just They had a remake on Netflix that came out a few years ago, right?
Very unfortunate.
Did you?
Yes.
I was very unfortunate.
Very
You didn't
unfortunate.
like
I think the issue with Shaman King particularly is that it just gets pushed a little too young, and it's really not that kind of series. It's not like a for kids. Pardon my pun. Kind of show. It's definitely a should be skewing a little bit older. The themes are a bit older.
Okay.
It's if I had to give you like the short pitch on Shaman King, you guys all know what Shaman King is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
No.
Shaman King is a story of a young kid who's born into a shaman family, and I'll tell you, this is my version of the story. So this is why it spoke to me. He's put into this. He's like from a long line of shamans, and he just wants to chill and listen to Bob Marley. They have
what he's listening to?
Soul Bob is clearly supposed to be Bob Marley. So
I love the westernization of anime, bro. It's so good.
it.
Well, I'm never gonna get through this. So he just wants to do his own thing and live his life his own way, but he's like forced to be a contestant in what's called the Shaman Fight, which is a shonen tournament arc to be god. So every 500 years, a new god is chosen, the Shaman King. So Buddha and Jesus were just at one point the Shaman King.
Oh.
So this was like this world's version of this.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't want to do it per se. He's also in an arranged marriage. So everything in his life is just picked for him. But he goes through it with, I think he goes with such grace. He's just like, I really don't want to do this. He's really one of those protagonists you root for because he doesn't want to do it. And as a kid, he's like, I don't want to do this. But then he really comes through for his friends, and that's what's really about. There's a lot of great parts where he kind of takes that, like, you're my enemy today, you'll be my friend tomorrow, to the next level, because it's always like, I never disliked you to begin with.
Okay.
I didn't want to fight you to begin with. I had to give you this L because, it's my duty to do so.
I gotta do it.
But it was really cool. There's an arc where one of the main villains becomes like his buddy because he has an abusive father, and it's the same. All these kids have abusive fathers, and they're trying to make them fight in this tournament.
At least the fathers are there.
Yes.
Most anime stories don't got fathers.
Yeah, but every dad in this is like
ain't shit.
No, they're all like awesome fighters and mystical characters, whatever. But they're so caught up on pushing their kids to become like the next messiah that
they don't want to actually take care of them.
Right. So it's like they really kind of bond through this. I don't want to give too much away because I really think you guys should read it.
But that's valid.
Don't watch it. Read it for sure.
I say that about everything.
He does.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it first. I ain't gonna lie.
This is my first hot take. Probably get me in trouble because this is gonna come up inevitably every time I talk about Shaman King. There's a character called Choco Love.
I know who that is.
Okay,
yeah, that's the black dude.
Yeah,
short.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I have a controversial opinion about Choco Love, and I'll put it out there. He's one of my favorite characters. I don't mind the way that he's depicted because if you see that character, and this is why I hate like Twitter culture. If you see that character in a vacuum, it's like, okay, this is kind of offensive. But if you
like
actually
Jinx from Pokemon type
of
shit.
Okay.
The lips saying, no.
But if you read the story and you realize that Choco is not the only black character in Shaman King, it's like maybe this was intentional, and maybe the author was trying to subvert your expectations about what it means. He's one of the best written black characters we have that nobody talks about. He also has some of the best, because Shaman King is like each country essentially has representatives. He has like the best Hispanic characters. He's got like the best black characters. He's got the best American characters. I mean, Shaman King's just fire across the board.
Okay.
There's the fallen angels from who fought God in heaven are all luxury cars.
What?
Lucifer is a Lamborghini Diablo.
Okay.
That sounds about on brand.
Yeah.
On brand.
Like Archangel Michael is a car. It's insane.
The more you
in
know.
Shaman King?
Yeah.
They're cars?
They're cars. So in Shaman King, the way you use your powers, you have to channel the spirit through something.
Okay.
So he channeled Lucifer, the angel, through a Lamborghini.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
That makes sense.
That's
Highway to
actually
Hell.
pretty lit. I would definitely probably watch it first. I'm not going to hold you, but I'm one of those that need to watch something first so I can get kind of my bearings with like voices.
It's
and
not.
things like
This is why we're end up talking about Shaman King the whole podcast.
Yeah.
This is the last thing I'll say about Shaman King. My favorite series, my number one. Do not watch the anime and expect that the manga is going to be anything like it. It's not even going to prepare you for it because it's just two different head spaces. The pacing of the manga is.
Well, I guess character depiction at least. Is it somewhat,
The characters look like who they are.
Yeah. Or like acting, voice acting. Like, do you feel like there's a matching tone or things like that there?
No, because I think that was one of the main issues with this. I don't want to talk about this, but
No worries.
moving on.
Well, thankfully, you explained, what your childhood started with. Well, what are you working on now?
I work on a ton of series. So I'm a designer at Viz Media, and what that is essentially is I do product design, mostly book design. The books are from Japan, and they have Japanese logos. They have Japanese layouts. Those things need to be transferred over to like each region. So I think I have like a Spanish counterpart. I'm the guy in the U.S. So for series like Chainsaw Man, My Hero Academia, DANDADAN, Heart Gear, etc., The Promised Neverland, Haikyuu, I'm the designer for the manga for those series.
It's pretty dope.
Another part of my job is I do like apparel design, product design with consumer product goods. I wish I had brought some of it with me today, but I worked on the Nike collab, so I helped Nike's designers. Yeah, shout out to Iz Mateo. He's an excellent designer at Nike, and he's a huge Naruto fan.
Amazing.
And he took our initial concepts and really brought those home. So mostly I'm brought on for like keeping things. I don't know. Like I'm a super fan myself. So I think the company really values my opinion. So if the fans, you ever feel frustrated about products that come from us, we're trying as hard as we can.
But we should blame you though.
We should blame you specifically. It's okay. I'll take the heat.
Okay,
you can blame me all you want. But if there's something that we do that you're a little upset about, you have to understand that these things aren't done in a vacuum, and that there's a lot of people in this fandom, and there's a lot of expectations, and it's just not going to be what you want it to be. Yeah. And a lot of times, and this is good, just a general rule of thumb, is if it's an official product from the official source, there's a chance that the decision was done intentionally by like people who love the series as much as you do, or even more than you do. Yeah. And we had to get an okay from the creators and their representatives. Mm-hmm. So one of the funny ones I get a lot of anime conventions is like, this isn't because like not so much anymore. Is like, why did we call it My Hero when it's like Boku no, and Boku no's more nuance and all this stuff. Yeah. Well, the creator wants it to be called My Hero.
There you go.
And I'm not going to tell Sensei he's wrong.
Exactly.
As simple as that.
So, I mean, if you look at a Japanese book, it says My Hero right on it. But, a lot of this stuff is approved by the creators. We don't do anything without their...
Absolutely. As a fellow graphic designer, I totally understand. And as my director likes to say, we get paid to make things look pretty, Correct. So I totally understand that there's like such a big process. You got to go through so many layers and, as many options and things that you design. It's always going to get approved by higher ups, seen by many eyes, and always edited, always fixed to something different, It's a group effort in making things look the way they need to be.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I can see it getting like a little, not frustrating is the word I want to use, because anime fans do feel like they always know best, especially the ones who genuinely, I want to say no disrespect, but full disrespect. Y'all really don't be knowing shit. And
wow.
They really don't be knowing shit. And they like, they should have did it this way. And I'm like, bro, you don't have any editing skills. You don't have any acting skills. You don't have any musical skills. You just read and watch, which is fine.
Like tag me in here. For those people who feel a certain way, I think that there's a real opportunity for you to get those skills and then like apply and come work for these places. Another issue is and it's just something we interface with every day, is it's impossible to be a super fan of everything. This is why I haven't read Jujutsu Kaisen, because I mean, it's right up my alley. Like 100% I would be into it. But I have to be up on the stuff, and I like DANDADAN and Chainsaw Man and all these series. Each designer works on like 20 plus series, and I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to the people I represent, like the fans I represent. Like, should I be reading Jujutsu Kaisen when I could be? I could, you know, but personally, I want to be up just so the design choices I make are on point for the fandoms that I serve.
Of course.
So how do you find the balance, I guess, in between like working professionally, because like this is still your job, and your, I guess, your fandomness and your love for the medium itself? Because I can see that kind of being a little not difficult, but it is a juggling act, I feel like.
Oh, it's difficult.
Yeah,
it's 100% difficult. I think that's something I'm still trying to figure out. Like, work-life balance is a problem. Like, I'm so passionate about so many of these projects that, like, after it's time to clock out, I'm still probably working on stuff where I should be, you know, doing other things in my life. But it's just too much fun for me at the time, and so I really enjoy it. So it's a little toxic relationship with work right now, but I'm working on it. I recognize it, and I'm working on it. But
one day at a time, man.
One day at a time.
I believe in you, and I just met you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
How do you feel when you see? I know when like I see like my products that I put up on for my organization. How do you feel seeing like all of these things and know like I worked on that, you know, like, and seeing people enjoy them? Like, how does that make you feel?
Some of this stuff here is things that you made, right?
Yeah, for the people watching on YouTube, right?
Oh yeah, for those.
Oh yeah,
visually. And if you're not watching on YouTube, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel.
They're on Spotify.
Subscribe to the channel on YouTube, though. We need that.
Do both, right? Yeah. So I guess it's a little bittersweet sometimes, because I know that I could have done better, but you have deadlines, and it's just like you beat yourself up as a fan. It's like, oh, you see it, like, oh, I really wish I did
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, X, Y, and Z. But there's something I kind of live by, which is, look how done this is, and you got to keep moving.
Look how done this is.
Look how done this is.
I think you can apply that to so many things.
Yeah.
Yo, this is mad finish, bro.
Right, exactly. You can spend so much time just making micro adjustments.
Sometimes you gotta put it out there.
You just gotta put it out.
That's probably what the author of Attack on Titan felt when he finished his work.
It's not a Viz title. I'm not going to talk about Attack on Titan.
It was like, you went too far, sir. Let's reel you back in. Let's reel you back in. But I understand what you mean, because when it comes to like editing, like the videos and stuff like that, or when I first started creating my own content, I was super like self-conscious about it and scared to put it out there. But after a while, I was like, well, this is as done as it's going to get. And anything more is like, I'm just beating myself up about it. So, yeah, it's just going to go out there. And you get better as you go along. You know what I mean? Like, these videos could be edited better. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to fight for my life over here. But do what I can.
You do a great job.
No, you do great. And I think that's important, you know, to see like other people surrounding you and validating you, because, you know, we will always be more self-critical on our own work than somebody else's. Like, you'll see somebody else that'll be like, I did terrible. I don't like it. I didn't do this. I could have done X, Y, and Z. But they're like, dude, no, it looks amazing. Like, you know, it's always nice to have at least a second opinion regardless, especially if it's someone that you value their opinion, you know, for most.
Now, every now and then, I let a spicy comment get to me on the internet. I'm not going to lie to you. I've had somebody be like, your audio is shit. I'm like, damn, man, I should tweak that shit, bro.
Oh, that's funny. I don't let any of that stuff get to me.
It's very rare. It's very rare. The little semblances when I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to respond back, and I'm going to be mad spicy. Because that's the thing. Half the people on the internet don't be ready for, like, a real comeback. It's no talking heads, no profile picture, no nothing. I just be, sometimes I be having time. I be having time.
You're just arguing with a bot.
No, it'd be a person.
It'd be a person.
They be hurt.
Trust me.
They be hurt.
A lot of times I just respond back, who hurt you? Because they be so mad at me about the dumbest shit. Because I thought Nico Robin was like better than that girl from Fairy Tale.
Lucy?
Yeah. I got killed for that like the other day.
What does it matter?
Exactly. So I just had time that day. I was like, Lucy's 14, my guy.
There you go.
Leave me alone. Nico Robin's grown. 28.
This is going in a direction. I don't know where it's going.
That's what tends to happen here. Sorry.
Okay.
Apologize.
Okay, that's fine.
So, like, do you have anything that you specifically, I guess, that you're enjoying that you recommend people to check out right now?
Oh, DANDADAN.
Okay.
100%.
I really like it.
What's the synopsis of that? Because I don't know anything about it.
There's a boy who believes in aliens and doesn't believe in ghosts, and there's a girl who believes in ghosts but doesn't believe in aliens.
Okay.
So they go to prove themselves wrong.
They dare each other to go to a location where there is one of those things, and surprise, they're both real.
Hijinks ensue.
Yeah, hijinks ensue.
Scooby-Doo tales go awry.
So it's like a mystery?
It's a romance, honestly. So,
well, I mean, guy, girl.
Well, I didn't see romance.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa, what?
So Dandadan's in this weird sweet spot we haven't really had. It's a romance shonen. It really delivers on the action. It really delivers on the slice of life, like romance type side too. And I'm here for all of it. It's a super cute story. I think I have to do a little bit of like apologetics. I think the beginning's a little rocky. I think that they kind of went a little too far in the first volume, but please stick through the first chapter. Please stick through the first chapter. That kind of stuff doesn't happen again. And it's just.
I think I know what you're
saying. There's a weird. There's one scene.
I got you.
Okay. I'm like worried now. Like, what are we watching?
The people, those characters are supposed to be bad characters.
Okay.
You're not rooting. They're bad. They're aliens. They're bad guys.
Okay.
So when you look at it through that lens, it doesn't make it okay, but you're not rooting for those people.
Okay.
Konosuba lens, basically, because they all are shitty people, and I don't know if they're shitty people, but I guess
no. It's really easy to root for the two characters. Like you said, it is a romance, but like other characters are also involved too.
Oh, this is like the best supporting cast in any manga that that I read currently, because they're all unique in ways that subvert your expectations. Like I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but when they introduce like the tall handsome guy, like the tall handsome trope. He's an absolute goofball.
But like you like him.
You like
He's funny actually.
Okay,
he's a himbo for sure. Himbo status.
Yeah, but his facial expressions are out of control.
And there's only a manga for it. I can only read.
There's only a manga right now. There's rumors of an anime.
There's no way it's not gonna happen.
I can't see it not happening.
There's no way. Like the style of it is so it's unique, but it's clean. And like he said, the ensemble of characters is great. And also the way they depict. It's not horror, but it is certainly creepy.
It's a horror. It's a horror book.
I mean, it's ghosts and aliens, and it's not like cheerful, happy-go-lucky style. No, like there is a real element of creepiness.
There's a nice juxtaposition between the cute round characters and then the like ethereal, like Junji Ito-esque horror that's going on. And each of those things has a unique look. So Yukinobu Sensei, who works on it, I've heard through the grapevine that he is just a monster, like on the sticks. Like give that man a pencil and he'll draw you.
Ham.
He just goes ham.
Okay.
So you really see that, and a lot of that stuff is done traditionally, which is like unheard of now. Only the old heads do traditional, but he's drawn with a piece of paper and a pen.
Just straight up.
Yeah, he's got the G pen.
Not even a pencil, a pen.
No, he's got pencils too. But I'm just saying, he's a lot of people have moved to like he does do hybrid, digital, traditional.
Shit like that, right?
Yeah. He does some hybrid work, but there's a lot of videos of him drawing online, and then he puts up a lot of his like art on his Twitter/X. Whatever. Well, I work. It's. I don't know what's the official. It's Twitter. Okay.
It's 2023.
Yeah, I don't know.
One day.
So yeah, give it a shot. Dandadan's my number one. I can't recommend it more. It has something for everyone. You like kaiju, we got it. You like aliens, we got it. You
romance, slice of life.
Romance, slice of life.
There's only like
yokai.
100, little over 100.
There's a little over 100
like
chapters.
14-page chapters.
No, they're like
20 page chapters.
First chapter, I think, is like 60 pages.
I'll tell you right now, if you read it, you will be hooked.
Okay.
So
it just has panels that literally make your jaw drop.
DANDADAN. It's on the table.
Yeah. I'll probably give it a try because it'll be
that...
the second series I ever read, like only because Berserk is the first one I ever.
Well, I don't know where I
just
heard.
read. I meant
just
read.
Haikyuu was my first read too.
Yeah,
Haikyuu's a good read. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard this, but I'm gonna. If you know where this is from, like put it in the comments or something. But someone smarter than me said, manga should be read at the speed of thought, and if a manga doesn't read at the speed of thought, then I don't think it's really doing its job. And what I mean by that is like you should be able to like fly through it. Everything should be clear and understandable.
Yeah.
Okay.
One series I do have trouble with that actually is JoJo's.
Really?
But that's because I think JoJo's is so
high concept. I think the memes don't do JoJo's justice on how technical that series is. Like a JoJo's fight. You don't get me started on JoJo. So
I love JoJo. So
JoJo's fights
I just started reading JoJolian last week.
I was talking to a friend about like manga fights and like who does fight scenes, and Araki Sensei is
animal,
top,
bro.
Animal, crazy
just like
fights.
How he comes up with how these stands work. Also,
exactly
the stands, ingenious. I'm telling you, you got to start JoJo's, but just the different powers he comes up with. You got to be on something, bro. You got to be on something.
It's probably psychedelics.
I don't know what it is because like he's also just like a fashion. Like he's all super into fashion. He makes sure the aesthetic is always there. But just the like you said, the high concept of the different abilities of the stands and like the ranges that he has for them, and like some are long distance, some are short distance, some of them is track is. It's never
personalized to the user, right?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just like, how'd you come up with that? Like, I don't want to spoil too much about JoJolian, but like the guys, Josuke, he has a stand called Soft and Wet. Pause.
Okay.
I just said pause. But like it's able to remove the properties from something except for himself. So like he'll shoot bubbles and the bubble will maybe remove the friction from the wall or remove the electricity from something or remove the moisture from your skin. It's just whatever he chooses to remove from something. He just can't remove it from himself. And it's so specific. And he chooses like creative ways to always utilize it for these fights. Because you'll be fighting against somebody whose stand is clearly just like better, like more equipped for a fight. It's just like the thought process he gives his characters like unmatched.
Super creative, yeah, for sure.
Love that. Something different.
Would you recommend? Well, did you watch in both mediums, or do you just read it? I know you just watch it
for JoJo's.
No, I do both
for JoJo's. Oh, you do both?
I only watched up until Stone Ocean because that's as far as it went, and then I started reading from Stillborn Run, and now I'm in JoJolian. So this is my second part reading.
What would you recommend for new viewers and readers? Watch or read?
I'm gonna say watch. But
I'm always a manga guy. I'm always a manga guy.
I try not to be.
Yeah, just read the manga.
Yeah. It really depends. Lots of people, I have friends that like they can't focus long enough on like a series, and they're like, no, I just love reading because you can just straight through. So there's people like that. And like so Danny's just like, don't watch One Piece, read it, forever.
For anything.
I think for me as like as a manga guy to fight the manga fight, it's like some series are super dependent on the studio that produces the anime, and you'll miss out on some amazing stories and amazing like plots. So for example, like The Promised Neverland is one of my favorite manga. It's so amazing. It's so unbelievably good. It has some of the most compelling writing in shonen, but the anime is a whole different beast.
The first season's
I heard the second season was the problem.
Did you watch it?
I didn't. I don't watch the animes.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
I mean, you probably did yourself a huge favor with that one. Like that was. I
mean, I don't know. I'm sure it was good, but it's different.
Yeah.
It's good in its own right, but it's different. And I think like the gravitas of a lot of these series, like the weight of a lot of these series is dependent on whether the studio gets it. One of my favorites of all time is Blade of the Immortal. And Blade of the Immortal did not get a great anime adaptation. One of the best manga, like samurai manga in my book.
Yeah. So they really disappointed you that way.
But I'm also biased. I'm always going to pick manga over it.
At least he knows. Self-awareness is key, I think.
That's true.
I wish a lot more anime and manga fans had enough self-awareness to put aside their biases for certain things or
For
thought processes.
just so for me, just how I view things is I think the manga allows for you to fill gaps that make the story more personalized for yourself.
Yeah.
Because once you see the anime, like you can't imagine like Spike's voice. That's not Blum, right? Like you can't do it. So for me, a lot of those characters sort of develop differently because I have a different view of them from only reading the manga.
That's understandable.
So is there any series you think has a better anime adaptation than the manga?
Yeah, there's a few, but usually those series were anime first. So like I like Bebop is one of my favorite animes, but the manga adaptation I wasn't too keen on. Definitely stuff like Attack on Titan. I think the anime is better. It's just they exist like for sure, for sure.
Plus, like I'm really worried. So as someone who read all of Haikyuu, they announced that the 2 movies are coming out soon and all that stuff, and everyone's really worried about what they're gonna cut because they said the first movie is gonna be all like, it's gonna be the Karasuno versus the cat school. Yeah, Nekoma. So everyone's like, okay, that's going to be great. But is the second movie just going to be all the time skip? Like, what's going to happen? So there's so much. So, like, there's so many things that happen in the manga. It's like, okay, what's going to be cut? What's not? Like, everyone's just kind of worried. So I don't
know why people are worried, honestly. Because the
manga
exists.
I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. Lots of people won't read the manga, which sucks because it's really good and it's a fast read.
That's a personal problem.
I mean, they'll probably cut out some flashbacks and backstories.
So, just to get away from manga for a second, I'm a huge Hellboy fan. I own everything Hellboy, like every book that Mignola has ever put out.
Okay.
Huge Duncan Francoletto fan. Love Guy Davis. Love all those guys. So now let's talk about the movies, right? If you watch things with the intention that it's going to be just the comics again, I think you probably shouldn't watch the movies. Same thing with anime. You have to accept that it's going to be a different interpretation.
Yeah.
So, the Guillermo del Toro Hellboy movies I like them, but they're not like the comic. And if I had that as a metric for how I would judge it, I wouldn't like any of the adaptations because they're going to have to cut something. Or you might lose a character, someone might not be how you imagine them to be.
Yeah.
You gotta realize that the manga exists, the anime is going to exist, and you can't just have it be. You can, but is that really interesting?
Yeah, if it was just one-to-one.
If it was just one-to-one, is that really interesting? I'm on the side of no, it's not that interesting.
All right.
I think I want to see a different interpretation because it already exists. And there are some things that people don't understand. It's hard to really get across to people, which is, like I'm a super comics nerd. I mean, like technical stuff, like understanding panels and like timing and turn pages, spreads, all this stuff. I know some of the like paper brands that some of these guys use because I'm such a fan of this stuff in the process. So that said, a lot of people don't know how the sausage is made. There are some things that can only be done in manga because of the medium that you can't do in an anime and vice versa. So I want to see people really push the medium. So I want to see new and exciting things done in manga and I want to see new and exciting things done in anime. I want to see both of them push. But to have one to be just a facsimile for the other is, I feel like, a bit regressive. I want to see some really pushed ideas for both. They should be separate things. Good example of this is Full Metal Alchemist, the first run.
Not that bad, actually.
I love the first one.
I like the first one.
So funny story. The first run, Arakawa, the creator, that was the ending she wanted to do. So a lot of people were hating, like, oh, it's not like the manga.
I love that ending.
It was pretty good.
It's darker.
It's darker. It's different. It's different.
They don't come out happy at the end. They sacrifice what?
They don't come out happy. They don't come out happy in either.
Edward goes to that alternate world. And then Al has to go get him. Yeah, because the movie's a direct sequel to that, right?
You're losing me. What are we talking about? So
the
that
first
was
run of Full Metal
the
Alchemist,
full
not Brotherhood.
Not Brotherhood. Yes.
I thought there was only a Brotherhood movie. Am I mistaken?
No. The first run
there's another movie. I
has
believe.
2 movies.
Okay.
I think one is a direct sequel because at the end of the first one, Edward ends up like sacrificing himself so Al can get his body back, but he just disappeared.
Yeah.
But you find out in the movie that he got transported to a world much like ours.
That's the one where they have like the trains and all that shit. Like
it's like World War II.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then Al has to, and Ed has to, and yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist.
So that's a good example where the anime did something different and the fans had a bad response. But I think it was I liked it. It was darker. And the fact that in that series Envy was their brother was pretty sick.
Yeah, that was a crazy plot twist.
He was a Hohenheim. Yeah. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then in the new one, it was more true to the run, but that actually allowed her to, because the anime was done before the manga, so she felt like I had done that. Let me do something different. Yeah. And I don't know this for sure. Can't speak for her. I think the ending of Full Metal the manga was made better because she saw where the anime went and said, "Okay, I had done that. Let me push."
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can kind of like that's basically getting a feeler for your ideas, not her ideas specifically, but just maybe the concepts you came up with and being like, okay, how was this taken? Did I like how that was executed? You can kind of like change positions and things like that. As I've gotten older, I've gotten better at accepting anime like original content or anime original endings. I used to be very like, nah, if it ain't true to the story.
But you don't read the manga.
But if I find out and I go back,
I found out that this thing I didn't read was not
that's
exactly
what happens with Promised Neverland. Some people don't know exactly how that ends with season 2.
But if you never read the manga, right, then what does it matter?
Well, sometimes you might go back. Because I'm somebody who watches first and then will go read. Okay. So that's the experience I usually have to have.
That's actually that's the trajectory most people take.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will see the anime and then read the manga.
Yeah. That's usually what I did. When My Hero, I watched I think the first 4 seasons and I was like, I need to know the rest, and I read the manga the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they hooked me early. I was on after season 1. I started reading right after that. Like I would say the same. Stain, like when
season 1.
Yeah.
I think My Hero kind of did the same thing when the second movie came out, where the ending of that movie, it was like Bakugo and Deku shared One for All, and that's how they overcome the villain. Supposedly that's like what he wanted to do originally, where he split the powers.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of him doing a rough draft and then working from there into a new direction, kind of like with Full Metal Alchemist, to see how he can improve and how the audience reacted to that, and go from there.
It's possible. I don't know for sure. So it's all speculation.
But I know you are not keen on this, but we have a little quick game.
Oh no!
Play real quick.
Oh no!
Quick game. Listen, you're not gonna have to embarrass yourself. You're not gonna have to stand on one foot. So I have these printed out little small papers, right? You're gonna
face down.
I mean, yeah, sure, I guess.
No, let's do
I don't know. You can try.
What is it?
So basically, you're going to pick a series, whether you know the series well or not.
Okay.
And you're going to try to describe the series in 5 words.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter if we know it or not.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can go based off the name, see what you want.
Okay.
All right.
Damn it.
I'm going to cheat.
That's not even... You know what? You're the guest. You a guest. You got it.
You can pick for me.
He saw the name and was like, got this.
I got
this.
This is silly.
Okay.
Right.
I think this is like the only... This was the... No, this is a...
I don't know which one you have.
This is technically of his title.
Okay.
So, Kimmy, you want to go first?
I'll go first.
We have to guess, right?
We have to guess what it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm never going to do this. Never going to win.
Let's see. Okay. I haven't watched the series. But we'll go. Okay. So, bright colors, undead...
Zom 100.
Last chance. Yeah.
Yeah, Zom 100, yeah.
I bright colors. I'm like,
I was about to say that.
There we go. I was like, I've never
seen this.
So you
didn't have faith. He was like, we'll never get this. Like,
there we go.
What?
Bright colors, undead.
Reverse blade, red hair, scar.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Boom, he got it.
There we go.
You lost me at reverse blade. I'm like
reverse
blade.
And the first thing I was just like, what?
Yo, I wanted a reverse blade sword so bad. Until I finally held one because my friend bought one at a convention. I'm like, it's just a sword.
It's
just a sword.
And it also holds awkwardly. I had one, and it's okay.
What do you mean?
I got to hit him with it, though.
Like, this is going to get super into just sword stuff. I'm not a sword expert, but just me holding the reverse blade one versus like, and that might be just the way the what do they call the handle part? I'm just calling it the handle.
The hilt?
The hilt?
It's probably because it wasn't a full tang sword.
See, there we
Full
See?
tank?
Full tang.
Oh, tang.
Oh.
I still don't know what that
Full
means.
tang sword. So a real sword, it's metal all the way through the handle. Most of the replica swords, to save money, the metal only goes
basically
to the wood, and then it's drilled in, so it doesn't feel weighted properly. It's just random. The more you know, right?
Yeah, bro. Just cue the rainbow and the star.
Yeah, rainbow and stars. All right, mine is
I'm not gonna guess.
super easy.
Oh God.
2 brothers, human transmutation.
Isn't that Full Metal?
What was the odds?
Human transmutation.
I
like that.
Did you gave him that?
Yeah.
Hey.
A layup.
2 brothers. I already knew.
Let me see. Let me pick one random, I guess.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Also Full Metal Alchemist.
Let me see.
Just pick a new one.
Aggressive kid hit by truck.
That could be any of them.
That's so much isekai.
I said aggressive.
Aggressive. Yu Yu Hakusho? Oh, it wasn't a truck. It was a sedan, but that's okay.
Yeah.
What? How do you remember that specifically?
Bro, I'm rewatching it right now because you're throwing slander on Yusuke Urameshi's name week after week.
What is this? Why are we throwing slander on you?
Okay,
Let's hear it.
side note. I'd love to bring it up.
What's that?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to hear it.
We got into a debate when we were talking about anime characters you would want to watch your kids.
Yeah.
No, not you. Wording it wrong. You would let
babysit.
You would let babysit your kids.
Okay. Watch your kids babysit.
Okay.
So, we're like round 4 at this point, and I'm struggling to think of characters because, you're put on the spot. Yusuke Urameshi.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
He's a good guy.
And then he criticized me because he picked Levi Ackerman. And so we got into a little debate.
Is that the Attack on Titan guy?
Yeah. The one who always looks miserable, who's super talented and beats the shit.
Very good at cleaning. You keep forgetting the part where he's extremely good at cleaning and getting people to listen.
Yusuke's pretty good at getting people. You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Did you let Yusuke watch a kid?
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys,
Dude.
irresponsible.
I can't put my opinion in there.
Irresponsible.
He can definitely take care of kids. He saved a kid in the first episode.
That's literally
a caring person.
Didn't he die because he was trying to save a kid?
Yep. My favorite.
That's just a one good deed.
Dude, he does mad good deeds.
If he's gonna die to save some random kid he doesn't know, he's gonna watch your kid.
Some kid that he saw and warned ahead of time, like, bro, get away from the street. Well, I don't know why you're playing with the ball in the street. You're gonna get hit. And then 5 seconds later,
would Levi jump in front of a sedan to save your kid?
He probably crushed the sedan.
He might.
He'd probably get that sedan.
Right.
Does ODM gear exist in this world?
No.
He would die. I feel like he would die for the kid.
If you don't know the kid, he probably wouldn't do it.
He probably had spirit energy, though. If Levi's in that world, he definitely has spirit energy.
He would speed, pick the kid up and run.
I don't know. When you start talking cross anime, that's where things go.
Yeah. But I just meant in real life, would you let that human being? I'm not letting you watch my kid.
I don't agree.
You need to rewatch it, man.
All right.
I don't need to rewatch
Give me
it.
another one. I want another one.
I don't need to know. He ain't shit.
Give me another one. I don't watch this either.
Sure.
I think it's even better that you don't watch it, though. Because you might say some shit that just is unhinged.
No. I don't know what it's about.
Just try.
Just wing it.
I hope the name's in Japanese.
Imagine I put all the names in Japanese. Hey, guys, I'm going to Japan. Let's practice.
Let me guess. Can I guess blind? It's Dr. Stone.
It's not. Okay. These people exercise things.
Blue Exorcist.
There we go.
You can't say the name of the series.
How do you? What's another word for exercise?
Repel?
Exercise demons? That's what I'm
Kill
saying.
spirits?
Kill?
You said
exercise?
the name of...
I know.
Now I gotta add the rule.
That was bad.
Don't say the title of the thing on the paper.
I thought you watched Blue Exorcist.
I know.
Nah, that's me on the list.
Nah.
Kids living alone find monsters.
The Promised Neverland.
You got it.
I was gonna say, yeah.
They don't live alone though.
Yeah, they have a maid, but she's a monster. She's human.
Yeah, she's human.
Works with
they live in an orphanage.
Oh yeah.
She's kind of a monster though.
I was gonna
Could be. She has monster traits, I guess.
No. You gotta read the manga.
See, there we go.
There we go.
Read the manga. Right. Oh, I gotta do another one.
Yeah.
Oh no. This is pretty easy. Girl has trouble talking.
Komori doesn't communicate?
Close enough. Komi can't
communicate. There we go. I was like,
damn.
I was like, it's gonna be close.
Close enough. So that's a series I work on.
I love my glasses.
I love Komi can't communicate. I don't know why.
It's a good series.
Seen it yet.
Did you watch it on Netflix?
Yeah.
That's my logo.
Oh,
Hey.
Look at you!
Look at that.
That's your logo?
I guess I'm
I
a
know.
fan now.
There you go.
I guess I'm a fan of you now.
Okay. Wow.
I like Kobe King.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
There you
Don't
go.
forget
Like and subscribe. I don't have any
To
social
Kobe
media.
Can't Communicate.
To Kobe can't communicate. I don't have social
There you
media.
I keep picking the series I had.
Super slick.
It's not fair. Children's card games.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Children's card games. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Super
Barely
easy.
an
Barely
inconvenience.
inconvenient.
You should have made it harder.
Well, you know.
You want it to be harder? You haven't watched
Well,
any
that's
of the
an
ones that you
easy
said.
one.
I
See?
didn't pick it. What do you
So-
want me to say? Man
Let her
with
get another one.
spray starched jacket.
Why don't you do
Schizophrenic
Spray
students.
starched jacket. Oh shit! I
Gets-
could have said that. That is 5 words.
Kid with good fashion sense.
It's
It's a
five-
uniform.
This is a uniform. Bro. He doesn't
It's
have
like
good
it's
fashion sense.
it's 5 words or less, right? It's not 5
Yeah.
words. Okay.
5 words or less. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got 5 words.
He doesn't have good fashion sense. Let that go, bro.
Do you think Yu-Gi-Oh has good fashion? in the series?
Yu-Gi-Moto?
Yeah.
No.
No. I'm sorry. Not Yu-Gi-Moto. Yami Yugi.
Bro,
Yeah.
that is a that's
They're
the
in the
same.
same
It's the
body.
same fit.
He
It's
just
not-
pops the collar, right?
It's the same fit.
Oh, okay. All right.
He like opens it. He opens the jacket.
He's got the. They're not wearing the same shoes. They're not.
Yes,
Okay.
You think he just switched shoes mid duel?
Same outfit.
It kind of transforms.
Yo,
A
it's like a
little
Sailor Moon girl transformation.
It
Like
kind of is.
the belt, the jacket, the hair.
Doesn't
He
he?
has that.
Doesn't he get an extra belt? I could swear he puts on an
100%.
extra.
No,
Yeah.
bro. It's
One's
the,
on and one's on the side.
Yeah.
It is the same fit.
Bro,
It's just-
even his hair
he just-
changes.
Give me
Because he
Another
got
one.
no games.
Last round.
He got no games, so it
I
looked
feel
better
like-
on Yami Yugi.
I feel like we need to fact check this.
Look at the picture. Look
Okay.
at the picture.
It's fine.
Audience, we're
I'll
do it
gonna
after.
find
Last
out.
one.
I'll do it
Okay.
after. It don't matter.
Last
Don't-
round of this.
Oh, this one's okay. This one I can validly say.
Don't use the words in the name.
No, I'm not gonna use the words in the name. The other one was hard because I didn't know another word for that. Trying to think about a creative way to
Brujeria?
say.
You could have said brujeria, said exorcist.
Oh, that's good callback.
Yeah, you know, I'm Mexican.
Let's
You are.
see.
You are.
I'm
I'm not denying.
like,
it.
I am.
Okay, I'm gonna make it a little hard. Handman bullies kid.
Handman.
Fudge.
Handman.
Handman, like a handyman.
No,
Handman.
One Punch Man.
Handman.
My Hero Academia.
Yes.
He doesn't bully the kids.
He comes after to
Shigaraki?
kill them. Shigaraki. Handman.
Oh.
Handman.
I don't know if like committing crimes is that bullying.
It's kind of the
Kind
same.
of. So
A
if you
terror
like, so if
attack.
you,
He's
so if
killing
you,
them.
if you rob a bodega, are you bullying the bodega?
The cat, maybe.
Yeah.
Cat
Alright,
Cat
okay.
deserve better.
There you
Okay.
go.
Yo, you got me with Handman.
I wanted to make it
First of all,
difficult.
my brain was going like Handman. I'm like, whoa, this is
The
sounding.
Handman.
I was like, this is sounding rated R.
I'm trying to make it hard.
Just make it easy.
Hey yo,
Corporate guy turned
Mob Psycho?
hero.
Corporate guy turned
Mob Psycho?
hero.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's the same as Zom 100.
No, he's not hero. I mean a hero in the literal sense.
Corporate guy.
Oh,
The One Punch Man?
Yeah.
Ah.
did he work in corporate?
no, he did have like a regular.
He
I think he had just a regular ass job. Yeah,
Well, he wore a suit, bro.
That is corporate.
That's-
There you
I
go.
don't know. That's cool.
he's a salary man.
he's a salary.
Salary man.
There
That's
we
Either
what
go.
they
way,
call
that's
him.
a corporate
That's what they
job.
call him. Yeah.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Alright,
I
alright.
said I was gonna make it hard.
I don't know.
Pause.
Oh, I got a bunch of them here.
What was
Maybe I
the
should
first one you
choose.
saw?
Okay. Pretty easy. Red hair man plays basketball.
Slam dunk.
Yes.
Slam dunk. There you go. Look at that.
I
So you know your sports anime.
I love sports.
Oh, I'm
I'm
gonna give
Slam
you one, and they're never gonna get it because you're probably not gonna get it.
Oh?
Oh no, she's gonna get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't
Fruits
answer.
basket.
But now I'm with.
He got it. You gave it
We
away
didn't
for
even
the
give him a
context.
chance to guess it.
I ruined it. Soiled this.
When I saw the list earlier before you cut it, I saw it and I was like, I don't fucking know Fruits Basket. It's the only thing I didn't know on that list.
Yeah.
I tried. I gave it away. I should have
What
said.
would
Yeah,
you have said?
What would I have said
Yeah.
if I was trying to make it hard?
Yeah.
Zodiac homies palling around.
I would have tried to avoid Zodiac.
Yeah, because Zodiac is the instant giveaway.
Yeah, but then you could have thought it was Saint Seiya.
Seiya?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's true.
What's that?
she would have said Fruit Basket. So.
I'm trying to think what it was called.
Like the Power Rangers.
Guardians of the
Zodiac.
Zodiac, wasn't it? Guardians of the Zodiac.
Yeah, different name here.
Well, okay. So what would
if I would have said
Fruits Basket?
Over dramatic boys needs girl.
I would have said
pretty over.
That's really
That's
vague.
very vague. Yeah.
That would have made it hard.
I would not have said Fruits Basket.
I thought the point of the game was that people get it right.
Well, I wanted to make it harder because if I would have said Zodiac, she'd be like Fruits Basket.
That would have been.
If I would have said cats, Fruits Basket, horse, dog.
Pick a different one since I kind of stole that from her.
Oh my god.
Do that one.
Which one? I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever one you had in your hands. You had one.
I'll pick this one. You may have seen it. You've heard of it. You definitely know you know the intro song for it. Yeah, you should have seen it.
Okay.
Boy bit by zombies with
Tokyo
mask.
Ghoul.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
Are they zombies?
Damn.
I thought they were demons.
I didn't want to say
They're
ghoul.
ghouls.
I didn't want to say ghoul,
They're
so
ghouls.
I used zombies instead.
That's valid.
And
That's
I said
pretty
mask
accurate.
with mask because he has a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
tried.
that was a good one.
I tried.
No, that was a good game. That was a lot of fun.
I'm proud of everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah,
I
involved.
think we did a friggin' stellar job.
It's,
Good job,
it's
everybody.
college education, man. It really will get
There
you
you
far.
go.
It
Good
really will
callback.
get you far, man. Before we end this, let's what are you guys looking forward to that's coming out? Anything on your roster that you want to watch?
Honestly, the Shibuya arc
That.
in JJK is coming. I mean, it started last week with the 6th episode, finally after a 3-week break. And honestly, from that first episode, it looks amazing.
I don't know what to expect, but the intro song slapped, and
That was cool.
I was like, okay, this looks like
We in here.
I wasn't like I said, I wasn't a believer of JJK before, but now it's starting to like.
All it takes is one fire intro.
Yeah.
It really did. I was just like, because the first intro for the second season, I was like, it's okay.
I haven't listened. That's my summer 2023 song. I mean, it's on repeat. I love that song.
It was okay.
All right, I'm not gonna sing the rest.
Okay.
Also, you know what's
Don't
coming
get
to
us
streaming?
copyright
You know what's coming to streaming? Little Mermaid. Now you can watch it.
How'd you know I haven't watched it yet?
Because I know you.
You didn't even see Barbie.
Yo, I watched Haikyuu season
You
4 though.
Oh my god. He has
It's on the docket.
Anyways, that's great. I'm continuing watching Horimiya. That's definitely a good time.
Yeah.
And I started this funny.
Yeah, what was that you was watching? I saw it on your story.
Yeah.
It's like a Magical Boys.
It's like a parody of Magical Girls. It's like the Earth Defenders Club. Something like that. Cute Love Earth Defenders Club. And it's basically like Magical Boys as a parody for Magical Girls and the shenanigans they get into. And it's really funny because they just make fun of the stuff. But so they're like, oh, like, what the hell is this? It's like, dude, what is that? You need to stop. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? It's like, I don't know. And the second they get into the pose, they're like, oh, like the magical thing will come out of them. Like, what the hell is this? So it's just funny to see it in like a different light.
Yeah.
So I'll be watching that.
Alright.
Something different.
All right, that's dope. What about you? You got anything? I know you don't usually watch, but anything you're excited to read?
Watching.
Or what are you looking
things.
forward to?
I'm really looking forward to
Could be manga,
just
too.
anything in general.
Yeah,
anything.
anything.
New York Comic Con, Anime NYC
Yes!
coming up.
It's gonna be
Nice.
great.
I won't be there, but
I'll be there. It's his birthday.
I'll be
so
outside.
He's gonna be in Japan.
yeah, I'm gonna be in Japan. I'm not gonna be here, so
You're gonna be in Japan in November.
No,
not for
so-
Anime NYC. For New York Comic
Pretty
Con, I'll be.
okay.
But I didn't even try to buy Anime NYC tickets because
The tickets this year were wild, but
yeah,
I'm still going.
you always go though. You have
Yeah.
to. You got to be in the trench. You got to get your new picks and all that.
It's a good time.
Professional cosplayer over here. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
It's a good time.
For me-
oh, actually, fun fact: Viz Media actually posted me on the website one time for one of my cosplays.
Okay,
Good
rad.
time. Yeah.
yeah, that's dope. Me, I'm. It's nothing. I mean, everything you already said that you was watching is what I'm watching now. The only thing that I do want to put on my docket to watch is this documentary on HBO Max. Well, Max, sorry. BS High. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's like this. I don't know all the details, but this dude basically finessed a bunch of kids or high school-esque kids into thinking that he was opening like a school with a football team and had them all take out like PPP loans for him, and then like
That's crazy.
and it's a whole process into like making them think that they could then become college prospects, but he took all the money essentially. and there's no legal stuff they can do because there really isn't anything against the law that he did. Then they even had some, and he's not even a real coach, so even he got to the point that some of their games that he had these kids play was on ESPN, like 2 of their games. I just got to see like what the full details about, but the quick synopsis, I was like,
that is fascinating.
Yeah, the finesse.
So it's called BS High because it was called Bishop Sycamore High School or whatever.
That seems intentional.
There you go.
Completely made up, bro, and what a finesse.
What platform is it on?
Max.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I want to watch that because that just looks like it's just faffed up, bro. Because he also had them all sharing equipment too. Like, and these we talking about football players. Like, you can get a concussion any minute here. So like having a whole bunch of teenagers sharing equipment instead of them having their own
that's
specific
messy.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
OD. So that's on my to do list. Once Beth is about to be caught up on One Piece, so I'm about to have mad free time.
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, man. Listen, if you watch this, Beth, I'm proud of you. You made it to episode 930 of One Piece. You are almost there. She started in November. She's pushing through.
A year?
In November, it'll be almost. November's right around the corner. So she's almost catching the year. This is her first anime, really. She tried Fruits Basket. We had the conversation already. It was just like
needs to finish it.
What are you gonna get her when she finishes the series?
What do you mean when I'm gonna
Send a trophy or something.
You gotta
get her a plaque.
You did it.
We get to have spoiler free talk in the house. That's
that's watching.
She's an anime only watcher. It's always gonna be spoilers, bro.
I don't know what she's gonna do. She might read.
Okay, yeah.
We'll see.
You should get her like a congratulations figure or something.
I'll order some Uber Eats.
No.
That's a lot. It's worth a lot. It's expensive out here, bro.
Well,
and then Uber don't give out as many coupons no more.
Not if you just walk and pick it up.
Nah, that's not happening, bro. That's peasantry. I'm ordering.
Okay.
I ain't walking. Plus, what am I gonna walk to in the area? Corner store.
No, the Dominican spot. They got good chicken.
Depends what your walking radius is.
Got about 5 blocks from me, man.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
I've heard that. It's just like a New York thing. Like most people live within a 4-block radius.
If this was 2013 or 15, you could probably get me to walk about 10 blocks for food. But now it's like,
I'd rather starve.
I might as well.
You'd rather starve.
Yeah, I'd rather starve. I might as well just order. Like the $12.99 delivery fee and tax and tip.
Crazy.
It's sometimes just like, I ain't got to go downstairs, so it's worth it.
That's
I can't.
impressive.
New York mindset, man. Rhode Island could never.
Could never.
I mean, you actually can't walk anywhere, really.
There you go, see? And that's why I don't own a car. So, we'll end the episode here, guys. Before we end this, please be sure subscribe to the channel as well as hit that notification bell to get notified for more content that we put out. Please make sure you check out Julian's work. We appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We'll have his stuff
taking
linked.
the time. You didn't have to do this, but you chose to be here with us. So
Yeah, I could have made worse choices.
it could end up being a worse choice. You don't know down the line. We'll see.
We'll
There you
see.
go.
We'll see.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
Enjoy your life, y'all.